The next update is the update that we know that so many of you, and well, so many of us as well, has been wanting for such a long time. It's the Caves and Cliffs update.
I literally do not believe it. The cave update is no longer a dream, a figment of our imaginations, a goal to aim for, but is instead the next major Minecraft update, the Cave and Cliffs update. I am so incredibly excited on so many levels, but first, let's show you some caves. These are real caves that will be coming 1.17, our first kind of look as to what will be in that update, and I feel like we have to spend at least a video talking about caves in the cave update. I mean, there's so much else coming in the Caves and Cliffs update, goats and snowier snow and wireless redstone, and a brand new block that will actually show history in Minecraft. In fact, there's history in Minecraft as a whole. There's archaeology coming. There's so much to talk about, and most of it is good. There's a little bit of bad that I'll save you from until the very end of this video, but first, like this video if you're excited that the cave update is now a real thing. It is blowing my mind looking at this and seeing that this is real vanilla and not a modded version of Minecraft, which is actually, I guess, where we should start this video. There's always going to be one comment being like, hey, this looks modded, Toycat, and yeah, it's clear that some of their inspiration has come from, fan-made mods. But the thing is, every update looks like a mod when it's new because you're so used to Minecraft as it is. But no, I love the idea of seeing these caves. I don't care if it doesn't look like it's Minecraft right now because it will look like Minecraft when it's done. This is the update caves have needed, let's be honest, for a while, and they've done it bigger and better than I actually would have expected. As you can see, there are caves that start all the way up top that you can use waterfalls to get down. A brand new official feature, by the way. It's not just single water sources anymore. They're like a real thing that are intended. Going down, by the way, into brand new water caves because there's a lot happening here, including dripstone caves, and yes, again, it's weird to look at, but stalactites and stalagmites are real. Stalactites are the ones on the ceiling because of the C, and stalagmites are the one on the ground because of the G. Look how smart and clever I am knowing my stalactites and stalagmites apart. But yeah, these are real things that exist in Minecraft. You can collect them in various forms of blocks, it seems, and as well as that, if you fall on top of them, it will hurt you. I'm hesitant to full on call it the spike block, but yeah, we really do have a spike block in Minecraft, but there's something that tops all of those in terms of cave announcements, because it really helps the feel of caves more than just giving us cave features. There is a kind of cave ambiance, and I want to show you the full clip right here because this shows an understanding of what a cave update needs to be, and it's unlike anything we have in Minecraft right now. But without further ado, let's show off the Warden. Do you see how the block reacts to sound? Do you see how the light goes out in the cave as sewing detects it? It's cool stuff, but it gets cooler. That right there is a cave exclusive mob known as the Warden, and it is a mob that is mostly blind. Its primary sense, it's not its sight. Instead, its primary sense is its sound, and that is a super interesting idea because it gives us a real reason to want to sneak around caves. It gives us a reason to want to make fake noises, so snowballs have a real gameplay use in terms of not mod player, because you can use them to fire at a wall and make a sound that will attract the Warden, as you can see they did just there, and the mob is even more interesting than just being a big, cute, terrifying looking underground mob, because if we play some more, you'll notice this is a mob that can seriously tank some hits. I mean, that was quite a few fully drawn back bows as well as some mid drawn back bows. And then, the developers pulling out a sword here trying to destroy the Warden with his sword, but even then it's not good enough. And something you'll notice right here is he's got full armor, but despite that, he dies in 2 hits. In fact, it was less than 2 hits because the first hit did 6.5 hearts. That is an insane amount of damage. That is either it's going through the armor, or that is a 1-hit KO with no armor or with weak armor. This is a mob, an enemy, unlike we've really seen in Minecraft. I mean, even the Ender Dragon won't kill you in 1 hit unless it knocks you off the edge. A 1-hit KO mob that you need to fear. I love that. I love that they're really adding some danger into these Minecraft caves, because right now you can find lots of mobs down there, sure, unless you light it up. But what if it wasn't just about the light? What if it was about the movements that you made in certain places? That would be great, right? And it's not just about making caves more dangerous as well as more expansive, because we've seen plenty of that. But what if there were more things to find in caves? So here is, for instance, the amethyst geodes. So this is a rare type of cave where you can find some crystals that will spawn there. They've actually mentioned how you can't take these blocks, you can take the blocks, but you can't take their ability with you elsewhere. They really wanted to kind of simulate the feeling of, like how mob spawners work right now, where you have to go to the mob spawner, make sure you have farms all across your world. I thought that was a really great thing that they're trying to do with this. So, crystal geodes look great. And if we go back to that very start, now you can start to realize that's also what they're doing with the Lush Caves. Not only with the axolotl, a super cute and cool mob, but you can see how if we go down to one of these Lush Caves, which this one looks like it's pretty close to the surface, you can see how there's all sorts of new vegetation. There's glowberries. There's a new type of tree on the left there even that you might have missed. There's so much going on with the caves in this update. And yes, they actually get it. They didn't just pay lip service to the idea of the cave update. They could have done that. They could have been like, oh, we added a new type of cave, therefore caves are updated, therefore you don't have to complain anymore. No, caves are the major focus of this update. There are cliffs in it, which is part of our mob vote, the idea of, mountain goats and snowier snow and whatnot. But there is also first and foremost, really, improved cave generation. Thank you for saying that on screen, guide. There is improved cave generation, and my god, is it something to look at. So, also, by the way, something that should be mentioned, this water isn't just for gameplay demos. This is a real feature in, caves now. There's something called the local water level. So depending on where you are in the world, the water, can actually change. And depending on whereabout, in the cave you are, those caves can change the level of the water. So it's another factor that can really change the caves, because what they're calling it is cave biomes and cave sizes. There are 2 independent variables that affect how big your cave is. So this is obviously one of the bigger cave types that generate. We don't know if it's the biggest, but I mean, I can't imagine much bigger. But you can find this cave type, but with different biomes. You could find a lush cave this size with trees and glowberries everywhere. You could find one of the watch caves, presumably this size. For instance, there are presumably going to be more than just these 3 biomes, and that's what gets me excited. It's not just saying, they didn't just show off everything and be like, this is kind of done. They managed to make lots of exciting things. Stalactites, stalagmites, the Watcher, the axolotls. They've made a lot of different features, most of which tie into caves in some way, and they managed to make them all individually interesting while still giving us they're not giving us everything. They're giving us the taste of like, hey, we could do even more. There's, as well as having dripstone caves, as well as having lush caves, normal caves, underwater caves, every type of cave we've got so far, maybe there's more coming. There's also the taste of like, hey, did you know all of these features can be used in their own way? So for instance, there's a new type of ore coming. That ore is copper ore. That copper ore can be used to make building blocks that will eventually age, which is kind of cool. Or you can make a telescope with them. When you go into these Warden caves, you can see that, oh yeah, there's some, it's like this weird kind of red stuff, like it detects your motion, right? You can see how the block's lighting up when you make a noise. Using that noise, you can make noise-based redstone, which in other words is wireless redstone. The implications of that are going to be huge on the redstone community. It really seems like they care about every aspect of Minecraft, trying to get the adventurers happy with new caves and reasons to actually want to find those new caves, like the amethyst geodes. They're trying to make people who like the challenge happy with stuff like the Warden, real atmosphere part of the game. They're making the redstone community happy. They're making people who just want cute mobs happy. Everyone seems to be a winner with this update, and I love that they actually, they didn't just listen, they listened and they heard. And you know what? That's a dumb phrase to say. I've always hated when you say stuff like that, but it's true. They didn't just do the thing where they, the bare minimum they could have done. This is clearly going to be a cave update worthy of the title, Cave Update. And there's also the cliffs that we still have to hear more about. Right now, we can just see that there are goats and they do lots of fun things. But I'm just curious about everything that was revealed today, because not everyone had time to watch the 2-hour show. I recommend doing so if you want to see every single thing, including some things that you probably don't necessarily want to spend your time on, but yeah, they feel like they're obliged to tell you about. But in case you didn't, let's go for a quick recap of everything that happened at Minecon Live this year, all the announcements that were made. The goats are goatier than before. It's real. They can attack mobs and they're actually pretty cute. And also they show up in the Minecon Dungeons DLC, which is pretty cool if you ask me. Crystals in Minecraft. New ore in Minecraft. New blocks in Minecraft. Really cool looking ones too. Blocks that age, like the Statue of Liberty, fun fact. There's a lot more options coming to Bedrock if you want to customize maps and stuff, add-ons, etc. This is something they do every single year. It's always cool to see. It's always cool to see. You know what's cooler to see, though? Axolotls! Oh, aren't these guys adorable? You can scoop them up to make them your friends, and then they'll fight with you. I mean, I don't know if that's too accurate to what happens if you put an axolotl in a bucket in real life, but I love it regardless. So, you know what? There's something we need to get out of the way right now, and that is the mob vote. This is usually one of the most hype and interesting parts of Minecon Live. I was honest with everyone. I just said, you know, I'm not excited this year. Whatever the choice, let's just try not to ruin Minecraft too much. And, so I went in thinking, hopefully not the Isolager, but it almost certainly is going to be. And the Isolager had a super strong result at 47.5% of the vote. But you know what had 52.5%? Yeah, you better believe it. It's the Glow Squid. The Glow Squid is the winning mob from this year's mob vote. I have no idea how the Glow Squid managed to impress the majority of players. Again, it seems the least exciting, but I'm happy about it because it is unexciting. It is a mob that if they mess up so horrifically, it's just a squid that glows. If they do it well, it's a squid that has a whole new gameplay mechanic relating to that glow. But I just don't, I'm so scarred from the Phantom. You can ruin Minecraft with a bad mob much more than you can help Minecraft with a good mob. And that's why I think, you know what? Glow Squid, sure. Basically, we didn't get a vote this year, is how I see this one. We got to vote on a Glow Squid, and that's cool, and maybe it's something. But I just see it as a win that at least we didn't vote for something bad. Also, this is mildly interesting, maybe to all of you too, but this kind of update has a kind of secondary water theme. You might have noticed with the, kind of water-filled caves. You might have noticed with the axolotls, and now with the Glow Squid, there's this kind of like secondary updating the oceans more theme that seems to be much more prevalent than the mountains so far. We've seen goats, and we've heard there's going to be powdered snow. We didn't get to see it in any way. And obviously we know that the mountain generation is changing in some way, but we've now seen more ocean features than we have seen cave features. So maybe the real name should be the Cave and Wave update. But yeah, no, I said there was some bad news. I kept it going as long as I could. I'm excited beyond belief. But there is something you need to know about this update that people aren't particularly happy about. Let's just get out of the way, shall we?
Before we get to our mob vote, I think there's one more question people are really going to want to know. When are we going to get the Caves and the Cliffs update?
It's a good question. So we plan to release it summer 2021, and this actually is really good. As I mentioned in the beginning of the show, we really want to have a lot of time to work together with the community to gather feedback, see all the great ideas, because the community always have so many good ideas.
Summer 2021. That is, given that usually when you announce a quarter, it's near the end. That is July or August of 2021. That is a solid, checks calendar, 10 months from now. That is how long we must wait for this update. Mojang have giveth a cave update, but they have taketh away our opportunity to actually play that cave update within the next year. And obviously, something corona. You can blame anything on that if you want to. But I think the kind of upside to this, the thing that everyone just goes, oh god, it's so long. But they did say they want to see the community's feedback on this. And, part of me sees that as like PR speak for, we just said something bad, let's say something good. But I do think they're going to start snapshots much earlier in the development cycle this year. And that means we should see, months worth of snapshots. We should see many months even, which hopefully we can use that process to improve. Last year, we got an extra never buy them out of the snapshot process because people seem to want one. And by being able to work out what people feel like they're missing in the update before it's even out, I think that's important given that this is our opportunity to make caves great. Let's make sure the caves are as great as they can be. I'm not happy about a summer 2021 release date because that means that it's like, one update a year is now just what they're going back to. Usually, they seem to miss out anything else like that. Kind of bizarre if you ask me, but still, it's kind of how it is. There's a lot more that I really would like to talk about with this update, but YouTube videos, there's a certain length you get to before you start to throw people off the video. So if you would like tomorrow, I think we really need to dive into the combat update stuff we've heard about. I'd love to dive more into the new inventory, system, the bundles. You can now store different stacks in the same stack, which is crazy. Telescopes, lightning rods, archaeology. There's so much that has been revealed already that even if they didn't add a single new feature between now and summer 2021, it would be a cool update, but you better believe they're going to be, and that's the kind of softening blow here. But, I just wanted to share the good news, all of it, and then the bad news, all little bit of it, and I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please do like it if you liked it, turn on those notifications if you want to see more videos. I keep you up to date with all the latest Minecraft news on this channel, and if you want to see all of that, as well as videos once updates come out, as well as just dumb, whatever else I upload on this channel, I don't know how to even describe it. Live streams, let's plays, seeds, and bizarre Minecraft political allegories. If you want to see all of that stuff, you can see it here on this channel over the next few course of weeks. Thank you very much for subscribing. Thank you for joining me in Minecon Live. It was a lot of fun, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow to talk even more in depth about this, because I just need time to process it all, Okay, thank you, and goodbye.